So are you guys looking for that new C2D experience? Then look no further than this video. So this route is actually located between the cities of Prague and Frankfurt, which are of the two countries, Germany and Czech Republic. Prague being a non-updated city and Frankfurt being an updated city. The route itself, it genuinely feels a little bit longer than the Calais to Duisburg route, with the biggest difference being the amount of twists and turns there are, while still maintaining quite a high speed. It's a very healthy balance of speed and uniqueness. I'd actually consider this route probably a C2D upgrade. This is like C2D 2.0. The C2D was a very straight route with just a few bends here and there. However, this route has more twists and turns, but while still maintaining its pacing, which is actually really good. Both cities, of course, feature numerous companies in which you can take a job from, which is generally the point of this simulator. Interestingly, this route actually has 3 train crossings, but only one of those is active, and that one is the one closest to Prague. The other 2 are not active. So, one is fully active, the second one you'll see the white light flashing on it, but it never turns red. So a train never actually comes. The crossing barriers never come down. The third one has no lights at all, completely inactive, dead as a dodo. Gas stations. Okay, so it actually only features 2 gas stations and only one of those is directly on the route. It's situated almost halfway in between, but it's a very small gas station and there's only one gas station on the one side of the road. There isn't a second one on the other side of the road, which of course might be a little bit of a problem when it comes to potentially hundreds of players all trying to get gas at the same time. However, there is a second gas station located in Frankfurt, so you have 2 choices. You can top up in Frankfurt if you're travelling from the Frankfurt side, or you can attempt to top up your gas halfway through the route, negotiating with other players. My advice, I would probably purchase the garages in both Prague and Frankfurt. That way, no matter which end you're starting from, you can just fill up your garage. It's going to be a no-clip zone, so you're going to be good to easy just get gas. Otherwise, you're pretty much just going to have to wait for TruckersMP to decide it needs a second gas station, add a second one in, and make it the way that TruckersMP generally do, like they did with the previous C2D route. As stated previously, it's not quite Calais to Duisburg in the sense that the route itself is a bit more complex, so it has more twists and turns, and you've really got to be careful at what speed you're taking a lot of these corners. They are deviously sharp. By that I mean you can think it seems like it's okay to take it at, the maximum speed in the server, which is 110 kilometers per hour. However, you'll find yourself very quickly veering off the other side of the road, or going off track, or tipping your trailer, because the corners tend to sharpen quite a lot. I have already played this route numerous times with friends and we found that one out the hard way. However, that kind of just makes it more fun, more exciting. You've got to be a bit more alert, especially if other people are starting to use the road as well. Don't get me wrong, it's not quite the Alps, but it's also not quite C2D either. So proceed with caution. So some of the notable differences between this route and the Alps, and then this route and the C2D route. First, starting with the Alps, the most notable difference is probably going to be the pacing. Of course, the Alps is very, very, very slow paced. It's a crawl fest most of the time, typically driving between 10 to 20 kilometers per hour through most of the route. Yes, okay, it will be less scenic than the Alps. The Alps gives great scenery, that goes without saying, but also the Alps, when it's congested, or even not that much congested with the server popularity the way it is sometimes, because the Alps is a large stretch of road but in a very small area full of twists and turns, well, you know how the Alps is. What that does is it renders in so many players all in at once into such a small area that your PC takes an absolute beating. Your frame rate drops to significantly low amounts, and that makes it almost unbearable to play. It's a combination of slow paced plus the fact that you're doing this slow paced run and with 10 FPS if you're lucky, that makes the Alps a little bit unbearable to play. And with this newer, more upgraded route, the Prague to Frankfurt route, you get some of those twists and bends in there, and the scenery is not that bad. As for this route versus the Calais to Duisburg, there's no route that will ever truly beat the OG route. It was one of the most amazing routes to ever play. This for me feels exactly like C to D but upgraded on a slightly bigger scale with a few more twists and turns. That's literally it. It offers that same feel, that same vibe that C to D gives you when you drive it with all those players. It's genuinely a great route. To this day, now playing all 3 of these routes, I would choose the Prague to Frankfurt because it offers kind of the best of both worlds in one route. So for me, it's a no-brainer that I would rather play this route. As for current player activity on this route, as you can see, it's not the greatest. Nobody seems to be giving it the light of day at the moment, and genuinely I can't understand why. For me, it's a no-brainer. I recommend that everybody this weekend, if you can, maybe jump on the route, give it a try, invite your friends, start a convoy, run it back and forth a few times, get a good feel for it, see how it feels to you. I personally think if enough people take notice of this route, it will become a popular and favourite route due to what it offers. It currently offers that feeling that we seem to be missing in Truckers MP, the one that we used to have with Calais to Duisburg. The Alps offers some of that only because of its popularity at the moment, whereas I believe if everybody shifted over and started using this route more, this would heighten that experience significantly. Anyway, you guys should just see this for yourself. Go check it out. I encourage you to go play it this weekend. I'll be on there, have a little look, see what you think. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.